There's a strange kind of power that doesn't come from speaking up. Winning arguments, or having the loudest voice in the room, comes from saying nothing at all. Some people have mastered silence like a weapon, not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand how silence makes others uncomfortable, uncertain, and hungry for validation. When someone stays quiet in a heated moment, the spotlight shifts. Suddenly, everyone else scrambles to fill the space, explain themselves, justify their feelings, or overthink every detail. Silence becomes control. It allows a person to hold emotional leverage without raising their voice, because people start interpreting that silence however their insecurities want. Some people stay silent to appear wise or mysterious, giving the illusion that they're calm, emotionally stable, or above the situation, when in reality, they're simply refusing to engage. Others use silence as emotional punishment, ignoring calls, withdrawing affection, or giving the cold shoulder not to protect peace, but to dominate emotionally. Silence forces you to chase answers, apologize first, or break the tension just to escape discomfort. Over time, silence creates a power imbalance where one person holds all the emotional oxygen, while the other suffocates under confusion and self-blame. But silence isn't always manipulation. Some people stay quiet because they grew up in environments where speaking up led to conflict, rejection, or punishment. They learned that silence keeps them safe. They avoid expressing real thoughts, not to gain power over others, but to avoid being hurt themselves. And then there are people who stay silent because speaking means vulnerability, and vulnerability means losing control. If they don't express emotions, you can't judge them. If they don't tell you how they feel, you can't use it against them. For them, silence is a shield built from fear, not confidence. But here's the twist. Silence can also be a sign of emotional maturity, the ability to pause instead of react, to observe instead of argue, to process instead of explode. It's the difference between someone who stays quiet to avoid drama and someone who stays quiet to control others. The easiest way to tell the difference is by how their silence makes you feel. If their silence is grounding, calming, respectful, and gives space for clarity, it's strength. If their silence makes you feel anxious, inferior, guilty, or constantly confused, it's manipulation. Silence can be the highest form of emotional intelligence, or the most subtle form of emotional abuse. And while silence may make some people feel powerful in the moment, it also blocks intimacy. You can't build trust with someone who refuses to open up. And you can't build closeness with someone who leaves you talking to walls. Eventually, silence becomes isolation. It keeps people at a distance, not because others are unworthy, but because emotional control feels safer than emotional connection. The truth is, real power isn't in silence, it's in choosing when to speak and when to hold back. Not to win, but to connect, communicate, and understand. Silence might protect your ego, but honesty builds relationships. And at the end of the day, staying silent may make you feel powerful, but speaking your truth is what makes you free.